Hey friends, it's Tracy. This is a quick version of the Patriotic red truck door hanger that I did on a recent craft and chat with me. Now, my craft and chat sessions are when I craft real time. And if you were live with me at that time, you can chat along. I'll chat back with you. And then I upload those crafted chat versions or episodes to my YouTube channel as well. And so I just wanted to kind of break it up and give you kind of like the cliff notes of how I created this door hanger. Now, if you would like to see the actual videos of the craft and chat, I will have those too linked in the description box below. For the wood circle, what I'm using is I got one of these from Dollar Tree, and I just gave it a couple of coats of white chalk paint. And so what I'm showing you here is you can, like, if you wanted it a little thicker, you could glue two of them together. For the truck, I'm using one of these from Dollar Tree that I had left over from the fall season. I just gave it a coat of red. Then for the tailgate, those signs I got from Amazon. Those are listed in my Amazon shop if that's something you're interested in. And so then now I've already given it one coat of the red paint, so I go and give it another coat of red paint. I also did that with the sign. So what I'm showing you here, I got this tip from another friend on Facebook, Southern Crafts Corner. She has just this dowel that she glues her little wooden things on there, and it just kind of helps with the painting. So just sharing that sharing that tip with y'all. I'm using 4 tumbling tower blocks and then 2 20mm half split balls. Those are I was going to use those for my tail lights, but later on in the finished picture, you'll see that I used a glittery styrofoam ball that I cut in half. And so then now I'm just painting the tires black, and I'm going to go ahead and, just give them some squiggly lines like tires have. And so just kind of painting up my sign here. And then on the background, I'm going to do a faux plaid pattern. What I like to do, guys, is I've shared this before in other videos. I take my fan brush and just some light gray paint. This paint I'm using is drizzle gray. And then I just take a little, about half of the brush bristles, and I just do like a faux plaid pattern. I just start in the middle, and then I just kind of eyeball it. You could always, get your ruler out, if you're measure it if you want to, but I'm not that perfect. And so I just, just go on one side, then I go on the other side, and then I just go start in the middle. I go around like that and just do my faux plaid pattern. On the sign, I'm going to do my hand lettering with my happy dots. It's what I like to do. Now I'm just using a 1/4 inch flat paintbrush and just some white paint. There I'm just kind of air drawing it just to make sure that I have enough space. And so then I just go and do, welcome. That's kind of my go-to, guys. That's just what I like to do because I can just form the letters a little bit. I've been doing it for so many years, guys. God has given me this talent, and I'm so happy and honored that so many sweet friends are here that want to learn how to hand letter. Now, in my link tree that is in the description of the video, I do have a collection of free fonts that I have found that have like dots on it. And in my link tree, you can find my list of dotted fonts if you want to. That's the best way. That's how I learned how to hand letter, is just to download a font that I like and just, make different phrases, print it out on paper, trace it. Graphite paper is good, and just practice that way, where any font can be done that way. But if this is the style of font that you like, I have found some free fonts that you can go to the website, to my website. The link is in my link tree, like I said, and you can find them and download them for free for personal use from dafont.com. All right, so then now I'm going to make a blue border around my circle. And so then now I'm using another number 12 flat paintbrush that is also in my Amazon store. And so then these are just the brushes that I like to use. So I'm just sharing what I like to use. And so I just go in around the probably about a 1/2 inch into the sign, and I'm not measuring it, only I'm just eyeballing it, just because, guys, I have been doing this for so many years and I've just kind of learned the placement. But there was a time, you know, if I would mess up, then I would just have to repaint it and start over. So I just say that to encourage you. It's only paint and you can do it as well. Okay, then now what I'm doing is I am putting on my happy dot that is on the ends of each of the letters. Like I said, I'm just using a 1/4 inch flat paintbrush and just going and putting the happy dots on. And so also on the truck, I use the drizzle gray paint just to add the back glass to the truck. Then I'm going to add some white kind of squiggly lines to, you know, I've already shaded the red truck just with my 1/2 inch flat paintbrush. You know, I dip of my brush in paint, the other half in clean water. Then I blend on a paper towel, and then that's what I do to add the shading. And so I take a thin liner brush that is also in my favorite paintbrushes. That I have linked in my link tree. And I go around and just add some treads to the tires. I will also add just some different highlights around the truck. And so then now I'm just kind of drying that up with my heat tool, just so that I can move on to the next, you know, part of this door hanger. So now what I'm sharing, I just cut off a couple pieces of styrofoam that is going to go underneath my tailgate just to give it something for my flowers and embellishments to stick in. And so then here I just gave that truck some paint splattering. And then what I'm sharing here is what I did is I just took a thin paintbrush and I use the end of it just where it has a small dot. And so what I did is I dipped the end of the paintbrush in some red paint, and in between those stripes, I gave it a dot every single time. To get my dots consistent, that's what I do is I just dip it in the paint, give it a dot, dip it, dot, that kind of thing. Anyway, so then now I'm going to add some shading, which I like to do, guys. I'm just using some milk chocolate Americana acrylic paint, just using my 1/2 inch flat paintbrush. I dip half of my brush in paint, the other half in clean water. I blend on a paper towel, and then I'm just kind of giving it some shading just on one side of the gray background. That just adds some depth and dimension, and I just love it for my country projects. So then I also give it a sealer. I like to use a gloss sealer. I do have it linked in my Amazon store. It is just a personal preference. I also use my ultrafine Sharpie marker just to go around and give it some extra doodling and that kind of thing. And then for the back glass as well as the bumper, I use some shimmering silver metallic paint that I get from Hobby Lobby, and I just give it, just a little bit of shimmer, kind of like a reflection in the glass, what I like to do for my projects. And so also, I think what I did is I outlined the letters also with my black Sharpie marker just to give it and make them pop a bit. And so then I'm not going to use those red, like I said, split balls that I had painted. In the finished picture, you will see that I just used a sparkle. It's like a foam ball. I got a package of those like bowl fillers, tables and scatters, or whatever they call them, from Hobby Lobby. And it was like a package that had red and white and blue. And so I just cut it in half because they're foam. I just cut it in half with my serrated knife and just glued those to the like where the tail lights would be, and I like that much better. And so then to decorate my truck, what I did, guys, is I just took those tumbling tower blocks and I just, glued that to my tailgate, and then the foam I kind of put in there, and then that is what I'm going to stick everything into. And then I just find that that is what works for me with my truck projects that I like to do for my door hangers or for my wreath signs. And so I'll just continue, I just did that just to decorate my door hanger. Also, I use some stars. They're foam stars that I got from the Dollar Tree just to give it, that patriotic look. And so for the bow, I had already made the bow. It's just a ribbon bow, messy bow that I like to do. I just cut off different coordinating ribbons and trims, and I have some raffia in there. I have some rickrack, all the fun stuff that I like to do. And, I just crisscross those and, just made a messy bow to add to my door hanger. I'm just using some 5M, which is a thicker fun foam that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's in the red color, but you can get tons of other colors from Hobby Lobby. I just love it because it is already the color, and it's just, I can use it for dimension. I love adding dimension to my wood projects or any of my crafting projects. Anyway, so here is the finished door hanger. I just love the way that it turns out. And again, if you would like to see in real time, chat along with me, kind of get to know me a little bit better. That's what those craft and chat sessions are for. Kind of craft with you in real time and chat as long as I am live. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and we will talk to you all very soon. God bless you, and we will see you in the next video.